Kathy again, and I wanted to bring you another marriage moment. This marriage moment is on a common pattern that we have in marriage called the cycle of disaffection. This is a term coined by the former president of the Christian Counseling Association, Dr. Tim Clinton, and it's given in its full explanation in the book Before a Bad Goodbye, which is a struggling marriage. Anyway, the cycle of disaffection is illustrated here on the board by this V. And the point is that when we start early marriage or pre-marriage, we're very close, like it shows with this heart here at the bottom. But shortly after we're married for some time, it's common to feel blame, hurt, and disappointment in our marriages. That's a very common occurrence, but where this pattern goes depends on the skills that we have to deal with that blame and hurt. So if we don't have the skills to deal with the blame and hurt that commonly occurs in marriage, we begin to grow apart. You can see by the V, it gets wider and wider all the way up to the top. So when we're in the blame and hurt stage, we might say to ourselves, I'm unhappy. And if we don't use skills to come closer together, we would move to the next level of disaffection, and that would be where we would be defensive and we would have a communication breakdown. At that point in time, we might say to ourselves, I hate this marriage. But once again, if we continue to not develop skills to come back together with our normal levels of hurt, we continue to grow apart. We move to the phase where we're saying, I want out of this marriage. That would be where we would be closed down, and we would also not be trusting our partner. Each of the lines of the V represents one half of the partnership. I put this for Kathy over here, this one representing my husband, Phil. What's the point about this, learning about this cycle of disaffection in marriage? It can be kind of depressing, but I think it's more hopeful to know that the pattern of growing apart is a very normal part of marriage. Two people don't come together and work it out without any difficulties or struggles. The point is, what we need to do, rather than saying this is the wrong person for me because I'm growing apart, is to say, boy, we need some skills so that this normal struggle of learning how to get along in marriage doesn't make us grow further and further apart. We need skills of communication, conflict management, and other skills to be able to not grow apart in this cycle of disaffection.
I have some resources here that can help you avoid the implications of continuing to grow apart with the cycle of disaffection, starting with my book, Warrior Wives, Marriage is Worth Fighting For. This book is jam-packed with research-based concepts and skills to help you have a more effective marriage. It's available on my website as well as on Amazon as a book and an ebook. The next thing you might want to check out is to become a subscriber on my YouTube channel to be able to receive more of these marriage moments as they become available. The next thing I would recommend is my website, www.warriorwivesrus. And on the website you will find links for my podcasts, the workbook, and any classes that might be available, as well as many other marriage-related resources. This will get you well on your way to reducing the distance in the cycle of disaffection.